Your Eminence, Reverend clergy, honored guests, knights and daughters of Vartan, and my fellow Armenians. It is with great pride that AGBU stands with you all today to demand justice for the human rights violation of the Armenian genocide committed 104 years ago. In that time, for over a century, Armenians have kept alive the spirit of the 1.5 million blessed martyrs that were massacred in 1915. Each of us sitting here today, Armenian or not, can say with certainty that those deaths were not in vain. That spirit is alive and vibrant today in all of our diasporan communities across the world, and most tangibly, their spirit is alive in our rightful nations of Armenia and of Artsakh. Armenians have an unshakable resilience, something that's guided us throughout our centuries-old history. And it's that very same resilience that allows us to enrich our unique culture, to strengthen our faith, and to guide Armenians to success in all walks of life. Because of that spirit, again, I say, we stand here today, together, to demand recognition of the Armenian genocide by Turkey and by other world leaders. Because sadly, the world we live in today isn't much different from the world of 1915. Back then, the discourse was hate. Fear of the other was ever present. And world leaders denied undeniable facts as a tool to wield power. So because we find ourselves in such a world today, we as Armenians have a responsibility. We have a responsibility not only to ourselves and to our Armenian communities, but to humanity. Our responsibility today is to ensure that genocide never happens again, not anywhere in the world and not on our watch. Because as Armenians, we know what happens. We know the pain that is caused by genocide. We know the trauma of unhealed wounds that passes down from generation to generation. And as Armenians, we also know how to rise up and to overcome. So I stand before you today, a third generation Armenian American, and I'm only half Armenian by blood. But I'm reminded of the words of Vahan Tekayan, Partratsir Partratsur. Rise up and raise others with you. For 104 years, we have risen. Now it is our responsibility to raise others with us, and not only other Armenians, but survivors of all other genocides. Yes, it is our responsibility as Armenians to stand up with them and to also demand justice for them. In addition to honoring Armenian genocide martyrs, let's honor the martyrs of all survivors of genocide. The Armenian genocide is our genocide. The Holocaust is our genocide. The Rwandan genocide is our genocide. The Serbian, Somalian, Cambodian, Darfur genocides are our genocides. Because as Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. so rightly preached, injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. So to the young Armenians here today in the crowd, including the talented and wonderful students of Holy Martyrs and Hovnanian and Brooklyn schools, let's give it up for them. And even my niece, Mia, who is only 4 months old. She is 1/4 Armenian by blood, and she is a proud 4th generation Armenian American. To all of you, AGBU hopes that you hear this message. As you grow and define what it means to be Armenian for your generation, remember this: our truth and the truth of our ancestors. Our truth, remember this, not that sound. Our truth And the truth of our ancestors is truth with a capital T. It is undeniable and it is accounted for. And remember that part of your responsibility as Armenians is to infuse your Armenian identity with love and compassion for the other, and with unwavering support for other genocide survivors. So that when it's your turn to stand here at the podium, at the crossroads of the world, you show the world that Armenians are an example of strength. We are an example of rising up and of raising others. And make sure you let the world know that the Armenian people have done all they can to ensure that genocide never happens again. Thank you.